All right, you guys, the travel season, it is here. And whether you're dreaming of sandy beaches, maybe mountain escapes, or a quick weekend road trip, late spring and summer are shaping up to be full of exciting travel opportunities and a fun few surprises as well. So Casey Carr of Sharon Carr Travel is here with what you need to know to start planning your getaway. Good morning to you, Casey.
Good morning. How are you?
I am so good because you always bring fabulous tips and ideas when it comes to travel. So let's start with a little bit of housekeeping first. UK visas and Europe's electronic travel authorization. Things are changing as of late when it comes to identification. Tell me a little bit about what we need to know about that.
Okay, so the UK ETA visa has been in place since January. What it means is that if you're traveling to the United Kingdom, you now have to have a visa. It's a very straightforward process. You use the UK ETA visa app. It costs about €10, and once you get it, it's valid for 2 years. Now, the European, the ETIAS visa, which was supposed to actually start this month, has now been pushed back more than a year to last quarter of 2026. That's the last update that we have. So if you're traveling to Europe anytime in the next year or so, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't need a visa or anything like that.
There we go. Okay, let's talk about in the United States, though, because they're changing a little bit about how they do their identification system as well. They are now implementing that real ID. Tell me what about those distinctive factors that we can look on our license to make sure that we have the correct ID.
Okay, so the real ID starts on May 7th. That's next Wednesday. And that means that if you're traveling anywhere domestically in the United States, you can use your passport, you can use a military ID, or if you're using your driver's license, you have to have the real ID marking in the top right corner. It's a gold star in the top right corner. And I had my license renewed several years ago, and when I checked, I actually had it already. So there's a good chance that you've got it already. You need to check, and if you don't have that gold star, I'm afraid it means a trip to the DMV to get a new driver's license.
Well, you know what? Do it sooner rather than later, right? Especially when everybody's going to try and get on it. If you have not booked it and you don't have a star, now's the time to do it, because after May 7th, everybody and their mama is going to be in the DMV. Now, let's talk a little bit about travel trends. I have no idea what this first one is. It's cool-cationing, is that how you say it?
Cool-cationing.
Cool-cationing.
Cool-cationing, like
Tell me what that is.
Cooler weather, okay?
Oh, okay.
That's a big thing for us. And you're going to need a vacation, by the way, after the DMV. But in Texas, it's 1,000,000 degrees. And I save my beach trips for the wintertime. In the summertime, I'm headed north. Alaska, Canada, our northern states, even northern Europe, just to get out of the heat. And Alaska is just a fabulous destination. I'll talk about it in a little bit. But I like to beat the heat with the cooler destinations.
You know what? I've never thought about doing the opposite of whatever season it is at your home. And because I feel like all the time that we just go straight for the beach getaways, right? That you don't even think about the cool destinations and all the things that they have to offer. Now, tell me a little bit about this. We actually talked about this last year, gig tripping. Tell me a little bit, for anybody who missed it last year, what exactly that is.
So that is traveling to see your favorite band play in another city, or even see your favorite venue. You know, the Sphere in Las Vegas, the Eagles have been there all year. That is an incredible venue. I got to go a couple years ago. A lot of people like to go to see a show at Madison Square Garden or something like that, but you can build a whole trip around a show like that.
My goodness. Okay, I kind of like the idea of centering your travel around one activity. I like that. And you can even make a weekend trip out of it and go and come.
Absolutely.
Make it quick and easy, right? Okay, so what about some hot destinations? Let's talk about the one that's closest to us, Mexico. It's on everybody's bucket list, right?
Mexico, it's so easy to get to. From Texas, we got nonstop flights to all the major resort towns. There's a show coming out. It's already getting a lot of buzz called Love Hotel on Bravo. A bunch of real housewives looking for love on the beach with a bunch of geezers. It's going to be great. It's going to be fabulous. But that show was filmed at the Grand Velas Boutique Resort in Cabo San Lucas. So Cabo is going to be a big thing this year.
I do love
Those
Cabo.
hotels are fabulous. We love Velas Resorts. That hotel specifically is an adults only, but they have their family properties. By the way, if you're traveling with kids this summer, kids stay free at Grand Velas Hotel. So that's important to know. But Mexico is just an easy, fabulous destination to visit.
It is indeed. But let's get difficult, right? Let's maybe go across a little bit farther across the country. What about Thailand?
Thailand. Can you guess why Thailand is popular this year?
No.
It's got the White Lotus bump.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yes, yes.
Last season it was Sicily. We saw this massive surge of interest to Sicily. This year it's filmed in and around the Four Seasons Resort on the island of Koh Samui. And there's all these incredible islands and little beautiful resorts sprinkled throughout. It's very affordable. You can stay at a fabulous resort for not a lot of money. If you wanted to stay at the Four Seasons in Thailand, you're looking at around $1,000 or $2,500 a night.
A night.
So break out the checkbook for that one.
Exactly. Okay, I want to touch on Alaska because you just mentioned it. You talked about cool-cationing. Tell me a little bit more about what you can expect when you go to Alaska.
Okay, so Alaska is one destination that I have felt confident for the past few years advising my travelers to wait until springtime to book. Usually we're telling people book 6 to 8 months out. Alaska, there are 60 ships sailing in Alaska right now. That is a lot of beds to fill, and it's sort of an open secret in the travel industry that once springtime rolls around, they've got thousands and thousands of beds empty. They start discounting products. You can go to Alaska for a song right now. I've seen itineraries as low as $500 for a 7-night cruise leaving from Seattle. You got to get your airfare and everything, but it's a fabulous destination, incredible. It's a great place to go to in the summertime from Texas, I mentioned. And cruising is a great way to see Alaska. There's so much to see along the coastline.
Such good tips, such good destinations, and he's giving us a few discounts in there. Casey, tell me, where can people find you if they want to come to you for all their travel?
You can find us online at SharonCarrTravel.com. You can find me on Instagram at GlobeTrekPro.
There we go. Casey, thank you so much for being here.
Great to be with you.